bus call tonight. I have been sitting behind me editing this gig vlog for you guys, and I just ate lunch and I was going to keep editing, and I need to keep editing, but I wanted to play some guitar. So y'all know what I do. I sit and come on here and play with you. I should be throwing on a metronome and actually practicing instead of hanging out with you guys, but I just love doing these lives, man. They're easy. I like it talking and interacting with you guys. I got a couple comments from the last one about potentially doing the Discord hang. So I think I'm gonna kind of seriously think about that and try and get it together. And in a video, when I figure that out, I'll announce it. But I think the idea just is, if you're a basic member of the channel, you'll have access to the Discord. We'll set a date and time one night for a couple hours, and we'll do a live stream, but everybody can hang out. So I've got, you know what I should do is let's throw on, I've got my computer going behind me. I think I'm gonna throw on a little bit of a metronome. I just need something to play with, and I don't really feel like playing with just a backing track. So let's get something going. Where's this start at? Hey, little guy, we got Stetson already. Welcome, welcome. Man, I'll tell you what. It's not till you do something like that where you start playing, it's like, man, I normally play pretty loud. Turn it down just a tad bit, actually. I just hit that coil split. That's it. Man, I've not played any guitar yet today. What's up, Marcos? See how I kind of practice. Let's turn that down a little bit so we can hear the metronome good. Let's see. So if I'm going 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. I didn't just practice that, and I need to. Okay, what's up, you guys? What is up with you guys? Hey, Brad, what's up, man? Brad, I don't know how. Somehow I got a membership. Maybe I was in a live and someone gifted it or something, but I've been watching your videos recently, man. I enjoy watching your stuff, dude. So I hate it. Left YouTube, when we do this freaking shorts vertical, right? It refuses to let you unmirror the video. And I like doing it horizontal and it looks better, but it pushes it out to so many more new people on this horizontal, right? You know, which just, it sucks that it won't let you do that. Everywhere else lets you unmirror the video. So I am right-handed, you guys, but old Brad has brought up a good point that sadly, and it's just the difference between doing a video where I might get 2 or 3 new subscribers versus on here, I consistently get 30 plus new subscribers each time. I meet a lot more new people when it's pushing it to shorts. So you guys, that is why I'm left-handed. Brad, good to see you. Out here just trying to play some John Mayer. That I can do. Guy, good to see you. Heidi, what's up? Sounds good more. Hey, heck yeah. Thanks, you guys. Walking in the air, I don't know that. Royals, what's up, man? Great to see ya. DH, dude, the first tip in the chat right off the bat. Thanks, man. Absolutely. Thank you. And we got the very first one of the day. Can't thank you enough, DH, man. I love coming on here. So check this out, you guys. You can see behind me. I don't know if you can tell. That's Da Vinci. I'm in the middle of editing. I ate some lunch, and I need to keep editing this gig vlog for you guys. And, man, I just wanted to play some guitar. And I said this at the beginning, I should be sitting down and turn that metronome on and not broadcasting to you guys and actually get some real practice in. But I just love coming on here, talking to you guys and hanging out. And DH, dude, hit a like for DH. Thanks, man. I really appreciate these, and I'm glad you guys like them. Marcos, how do you think about the changes? Just numbers? Just numbers, just chord names, or both things simultaneously? One thing really impresses me, the ability to play in all keys. I'm very curious. Absolutely, Marcus. Okay, I'm going to answer that. But Royals, dude, the second tip in the chat. Wow, off to a great start today, you guys. I can't thank you enough. We got the DGT out. Sadly, I am not left-handed. YouTube, dude, TikTok, you can stream front-facing camera, unmirror the video. Everything else, you can unmirror it. YouTube refuses to let you do that. Which is so annoying, and I'd use the back camera, but if you go back camera, it doesn't push it out to shorts. So, we're stuck with this, but Royals, dude, thank you, man. Any updates on the pedal board, Alex? It's about the same. Hey, Marcos, you had a good question. So, when I'm playing, like what I was just playing, right? I'm playing that little groove, I was just going... And with that metronome going, I was just trying to kind of lock in. It's not perfect, you know? But that's the point. You guys could sit and watch me and be like, hey, Tim doesn't nail all of it either, you know? So here's the thing. I know I'm playing in the key of E, and I know I'm going E, D, A, D, right? But no, that's not really what I'm thinking. I do know that, but I'm thinking 1, flat 7, 4, flat 7. All day long. I'm thinking that. And that's because if you said, Tim, let's play that in G, then I don't have to go, okay, now I'm playing G, F, C, F, okay? And it's still just... I don't have that low string, but we could go. Let's do it like this maybe. So we'll go down to the A. Okay, so no, it's C. So even just that. So the key to being able to move those into any key is really starting to know your intervals, right? The intervals are really important. That's the groundwork. I think most people that are playing the stuff like I play or playing professionally are thinking about those intervals. So I do know it's E, D, A, but the very first thing, and the thing I'm consistent in thinking is 1, flat 7, 4, flat 7. And that leads to when you're soloing too. Whenever I'm playing a line, I know what intervals I'm playing, right? If I go, I went 1, 6, I'm sorry, 5, 6, 1, 1, right? Now, when that flat 7 comes around, I know I could, instead of thinking, oh, I could hit the D, I'm thinking I could hit the flat 7. And in any shape, I know that flat 7, if I'm in this C shape for an E major chord, flat 7's right there. Let's take it up to G. It's right there, up to A. It's right there every time. Flat 7. Flat 7, flat 7, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, minor third, 1, flat 7, 6, 5. Minor, third to major, third 1. I mean, you know, so definitely if you're looking to play in all the keys and stuff, it's all the same. Like, because once you start thinking about it that way, let's say, and let me roll this down just a little bit so y'all can see it. Look, I'm playing out of that C-shaped E chord, right? So every time your home base is this shape, no matter what key you're in, and you're playing a major chord, my 6 is right there. I know that. That relationship doesn't change. I don't have to think like, oh, it's C sharp minor. I know that, but I'm thinking, here's my 1, there's my 6, here's my 5, here's my 4, here's my 1, here's my 3, here's my 2. My 2 could also be up here. Back to 1, right? So from that position, I know the closest for all just the diatonic chords. We got 1, right? We got 2 right here. We got 3 right here. I got 4 right here. I got 5 right here. I got 6 right here. I got 1. You could come up, I guess, and say, here's 7, and then back to 1, right? So now let's say I'm starting here. You know, I got 1 right here. I got 2 right here. We could do 3 like this. Wait, hold on. Almost did that 3 wrong. I got 1 here. I got 2 here. I got 3 right here. Now, where's our 4, right? Our 4 is going to be A. I got 4 right there. Where's our 5? It's going to be B right there. Where's our 6? Right like that, right? Back to 1. Same thing. I'm omitting the 7 most of the time. The other good relationship to learn is just that flat 7. It's almost more beneficial to run through what I just did and play the flat 7. Because most of the time, you're not playing this in the type of music I play. Well, same thing right here. Where's the relationship? We're in E. There's my G-shaped B. There's my 4 chord, right? There's my 2 chord. Here's a 5 chord, right? Here's also a 5 chord. Here's a 6 chord, back to 1. You know, now we come up here. Here's my 1 chord. Okay. Where's my 5 chord? 5 chord. Where's my 4 chord? 4 chord. You know, so knowing that in each one, we were doing it in E, but all of a sudden, when I know out of the C shape, here's my home bass, there's my 6 chord. Here's my 5 chord. Here's my 4 chord. Then when I take that and say, okay, I was playing G flat. Here's my 1 chord, 6 chord, right? 5 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord. So it's knowing those relationships and thinking about it that way. I know from each of the 5 cage positions where every relationship is close to it. See how I'm not sliding my hand way down? Now sometimes for context you want, sometimes I want to do. Sometimes you want that, but the practice thing is being able to say, okay, I'm in A. There's my 1. Where's my 2? Where's my 5? And then from there, with a little bit of theory knowledge, you say, okay, what if it's it's a dominant 2? I've transitioned up to the C-shape A. I'm still thinking the same thing. Here comes that 4 chord. We go up to the 2. Down to 5. So anyways, talked a bunch on that. But I hope that helps you. Russell, what's up, man? Boom. And that was an easy one to block. Okay. For your HX stomp, is it ran into the effects loop? No, Rose. I run it straight into the front of the amp, man. Straight into the front of the amp. Favorite guitar? Oliver, what's up? I don't know. It's so hard. I'll tell you, favorite guitar, sentimental-wise, is the OG Strat I have. That's the first good guitar I ever got. I had only that electric guitar for a decade, and and that's where I learned to play. I played all my not my first gigs on, but shortly after my first gigs, and I got it. All the gigs when I came to Nashville. When I came to Nashville for the first like 5 years in Nashville, I had one guitar, and I was just going to gigs with an extra pack of strings. And I'll tell you what, until this past year, never on a live gig had I broken a string. That doesn't even sound real. People wouldn't believe me when I say that. That was true, though. And this year with Lanco, I did break a string. And thankfully, at this point, I have multiple guitars. Just grab another one. It was no problem. In fact, I think I broke it on this DGT. I'm pretty sure it was the DGT. But, so, you know, that's the favorite. But I love them all. They're all so different. This DGT is awesome. It does a really cool thing. It's got some of the jangles still. Even with super dead string. And that's just clean. I love throwing it on some of the... I mean, it's just got a good... I'm ready to go. Anyways, love this guitar. Someone asked me a question about some of those grooves or whatever, right? Like just grooving, making something up off the cuff. I'm like, that's not perfect. And if you're really gonna practice that, I'd be throwing on a metronome. What was I doing? Whoops, I'm ready to go. That's me sitting here trying to practice, trying to lock into that groove. A lot of it's that right hand stuff. I think a bunch of that stuff came from learning like John Mayer stuff. Honestly, things like this off the bat. Right, keeping that hand going. Stuff like that. Stuff like going like this. I'm ready to go. You know, so I don't know. Just sit. Who knows? We lost it there. Anyways, point is that right hand groove stuff. I'm still working on that stuff, but a lot of John Mayer songs, I think that's totally where I gotten that from. And some of it's more rhythmic, of like, right, if you're trying to learn that. Right, you normally have more drive on. Here we go. What are that? Me really just messing around. Dude, no way. Who we got? Another Scott. What's up? What is up, dude? 20 bucks in the chat. Huge thank you guys. Oh, this is a killer live stream. I never come in and ask for anyone to tip. And I never expect anyone to tip. So you guys, I really appreciate it. That's obviously directly supporting me. You're just throwing me some money for hanging out and talking to you guys, and I couldn't appreciate it more, so thank you. I'm going to go back up. I missed a bunch of comments, but let me read yours first, Scott, since you just sent a tip. Tim, have you ever A-B'd a DGT Core versus SC? The SC is on sale now for $719. I have, but I've only actually A-B'd them unplugged at the PRS showroom. I've done that a couple times. I've picked up the SC DGT a bunch of times. I've plugged it in before and played it plugged in. It sounds great. It sounds awesome. The fretwork's good. It's an awesome instrument. I haven't A-B'd them plugging them back and forth and together because I don't want to have one here at home. But you guys, I will tell you this. This guitar is a Core DGT. And I don't think PRS would care me saying this, but I also don't care. I love the people over there, and they're great. But here's the deal. This is an expensive guitar. I would not own this guitar if I was not a PRS artist. Okay? It's not cheap. Right, this guitar, brand new, is going to cost you more than $4,000. I don't think, unless you really do this professionally and you really like, you want the American thing for a good reason, or just the fact that you're like, hey, I make my money doing this and I want a really nice instrument. The SCGGT is so nice. It sounds so great still. It's really hard to say you shouldn't spend $719 versus spending more than $4,000. This is the one without the birds. I could be wrong. I think list price is like $42.99. I think somewhere around there. Now you could buy a used one. Okay, a used one. Let's say you get a killer deal, half off. You're still at $2,000. Man, those SEs are just killer. They're killer. They really are. They're good. The pickups sound great. I've seen a lot of videos that, PRS has almost done a weird thing where it's like for someone like me, I love owning this instrument, and it's awesome. But it does make it hard to come on YouTube to a bunch of people that some of you guys might play professionally, some of you guys might be hobbyists, some of you might just play once in a while, some of you might be retired with more money and you want to buy the really nice instrument, some of you guys might be college kids that just want a good instrument, you know. So to any of those people, except for the person that just has that much extra cash and wants the really nicest of the nice type thing, dude, the SEs are awesome. It's just awesome. I got an SE Silver Sky sitting right here, and I don't own a normal one. And it just rocks. It rocks. I love the pickups that came with it, too. I only changed them because I developed a relationship with Jason at Stratton Audio, and he wanted me to test some out. But otherwise, I wasn't planning on changing them. Now, I do love Jason's pickups. But, so, great question, Scott. I hope that answers for any of you guys that have thought about the SE stuff or whatnot. Dude, the SEs are awesome. And, I mean, I played that SE Silver Sky on... yeah, on a lot of stages. Played it at the Opry. The Opry at the Ryman. But still the Opry. Which was also cool. Really good guitar. I played it all over the place. All over the place. I fly with it. Also, you guys, if you're traveling and doing it for... doing it for real is a bad way to put it. If you're traveling and making your living playing guitar, it's a lot better to fly with a $719 guitar versus a $4,000 guitar. It's just how it comes down, you know? I would, if I wasn't a PRS artist and working with PRS, flying with this, I've flown a lot with this, but it'd still make me a little more nervous. Now, I'll tell you what, this hollow body I don't really fly with. I have before. The hollow body I don't, because the hollow body is really expensive. And I'd say the SE DGT and this are super similar. The SE hollow body is a little different than this one, but it's also like a $5,000 price difference. So, okay, anyways, you guys, sorry for the long rant, and I missed a bunch of comments, so let me come up here from before. Really, does it make your reverb or does it delays clean? Yeah, man, they sound good. I think that really comes into play when you're playing really heavy-driven stuff. I've never had any problems with it. You know what? I haven't played the little bit of SRV I can. I will. Wow, you gave me a tip that will result in years of practice. Hey, Marcos, absolutely. So each style of music, you can generally stick to known chord patterns. What is it called to find the theory on it? I'd be looking up like the Nashville number system. It's not just Nashville. I don't know why it's called. Everyone in Nashville calls it. Bro, would you do an in-person listen? I live in Nashville. Cam, I have done that. If you reach out, my email is the same as my YouTube username, timavenmusic@gmail.com. If you reach out there, we can talk about it. Honestly, the in-person lessons, it's only a little bit more. I normally tack on like $15 more to the price. But the in-person lessons are great, and I've done them. I've got space here. I can host you here. Also, the in-person lessons... Here's the best lesson, is you come over, you can kind of play some, and if you want a lesson and you're talking to me or whatnot, you can probably kind of play some. There's no minimum requirement, but what's really going to help you is if we can sit and jam. We're going to sit and jam. I'm going to talk to you. We're going to talk about some concepts, then I'm going to say, okay, let's work on this concept over this chord progression. You're going to play rhythm first, and I'm going to play a couple lines. Then we're going to switch. And being able to do that, that's the only thing that sucks about the Zoom lessons. The Zoom lessons are awesome because you get it recorded. You can watch it back, and we could set up a phone camera in here. You could set up your camera and record the whole lesson, but the in-person ones, like, we can jam, and then I can talk to you and be like, okay, let's focus on this rhythm right here. I'm gonna make you play rhythm stuff, and then we'll just switch off, and it's whatever style. If you're saying, okay, I want to play more over the chord changes, we're gonna pick a thing that's kind of simple to start, where we can groove, and I'm gonna play some stuff that's kind of highlighting the chord changes real hard. We're probably gonna pick a just 2-3 chord progression, probably 1-4-5 or 1-4, and focus on that. So the great part about the in-person thing is that we can jam. We can play. There's a lot more to talk about, and you do get... I wish I could do an in-person lesson with everyone, but I love the fact I can do it online, and I've gotten to do so many lessons with you guys. But in person, no doubt, like, the big benefit is we can jam. We can actively trade licks. I'll play rhythm for you, you play rhythm for me. We'll talk about these concepts in doing it, you know? I play something, you're like, oh, what is that? We can talk about it, right? You know? So, absolutely, Cam. If you're still in here, just reach out to the email. We can talk about it. Yes, Disco by Tom Misch. I don't Yes Disco. I don't know what Yes Disco is, but I am a Tom Misch fan. Misch? I don't know how to say it. Okay, I've said some SRV. Nice. What color is the Strat? When did you get the DGT? Also, how many do you have? The DGT sounds sick clean. Thanks, Oliver. So I've got 6 electric guitars now and 1 acoustic. The Strat is a... I'll play the Strat here in a second. The Strat is a tobacco sunburst. I'll play the Strat right now. Someone asked for some SRV. They're probably not even in here anymore. But you guys, you know what? I'm passionate about talking about this stuff. I like coming on and hanging because I like answering these questions. I love talking shop. I like doing this stuff, you know? And today a bunch of people have tipped. Most of the time I'm coming on here just for free, and that's not a bother to me because I like doing this. I like sitting and talking. Growing up, I was always the first person to get to the jam and the last one to leave. And then I'd go home and play some more. And then I'd go to sleep. And then I'd wake up and play more. I mean, it's just, you know. And I'm still doing that, man. I'm sitting here thinking, dude, I got so much to work on. I got to tighten up that rhythm. I got to be hitting that metronome more. I watched a great Nicky V video. Shout out Nicky. He was talking about some rhythm stuff in one of them. And even right, I've been playing a long time. I do it professionally. There were a couple of those exercises I hadn't even thought of. Sat, threw on my metronome, and was like, all right, let's try and dial this in. So I've been working on that. I've been working on my right hand. I don't think I'm ever gonna have crazy right hand speed, but I've been working on a little bit of the accuracy at a little bit quicker. Been working on not tensing up my hands, especially live. Lanco, when we do that Troublemaker solo, which I hate playing that solo. And I hate it because it's a static, just E minor thing. And so many guitar players would be so good at that. That's like my worst enemy. You give me a beautiful, lush progression that has some real key harmony things to hit. I love that. We're just hitting E minor. It's like, I'm like, oh God, I only got so many tricks. Okay. So if I was turning up the reverb and we were gonna, man, I haven't played this one forever. Let's see if I can. We lost it there a little bit on that. This is a great strat, man. Okay, anyways, you guys. You play like John Mayer. Biggest compliment. I don't, but thank you. Working on it. Hey, Ryan. It's weird because you should have way more subs than you do. People are missing out. 15K is a pretty big accomplishment for me, honestly, but I appreciate that. I'm trying to grow it. My computer monitor went dark. I have been editing a video for you guys. I know I'm slow on those. I doubt Brad's still in here hanging out, but Brad, dude, I mean, a lot of it's the members only things, which there's a strategy to what he's doing, but man, that dude's just pumping out content. And that's the beauty of the sitting, talking, sharing experience, because it's easier. Those gig vlogs, I can only do once I'm going out on the road, and I don't record every single one, you know? And some of them, I wasn't going to record, that ends up being a really cool thing. And some of them I do record and ends up being like a thing. But I got some more talking things coming up. I've got a couple video ideas. I got a couple provocative ones too. Not provocative. I shouldn't say provocative. I don't really like the internet drama type thing, which I don't feel like I'm a part of at all. But yeah, I think it comes down to the fact that I just need to post more content. Do you think that being in Lanco has changed the way you play guitar, write songs, and riffs? Absolutely. Absolutely. Writing riffs for Lanco and trying to come up with stuff is very different. I'm thinking they're inside of like a box, you know, because Lanco honestly does not want a song, and none of them are into stuff that I might like. That might be a... I might love stuff like that. That might not really be a Lanco thing. I might love stuff like this. Might not be a Lanco thing, really. Now, what could be a Lanco thing, turn on a little bit of delay and reverb. Let's get a little bit of a sauce on it, just a little bit, just a touch. Maybe I gotta... Let's see. That's a riff that, like, we've played at Soundcheck. People are like, oh, that's cool. You know, so thinking about inside the context, like, here's a good example. Here is a riff for a demo we just recorded, which it doesn't matter, but let's see. So the lead line I made up for it, I can't remember what key we're in. I think we're in F. I think it's F. And I had a non-modulated delay on, so it'd be so. Right? That's not always a riff I would play, but it has more effects on the actual recording. But my point is, like, still Tim Haven. It's a little dirtier. How often do you guys hear me playing with that much drive, right? But I can't remember how the solo went for that. I was going... What did I do for it? I can't remember the solo. I was going... I was doing something like that. Something. Who knows? Now we're out of tune. Anyways, so yes, it totally has. But it's changed how I write riffs in context for them. You know, I still like all the stuff you guys hear me playing on here. I'm almost always improvising, you know? And if you watch multiple of these lives, which some of you in here probably have, a lot of it's similar, or I play the same type of thing, and you probably have a good sense, that gives a good sense of like my style, what I like to play. Okay. Got jazzy at the end. Okay, you guys, I'm way behind on the comments, so let me answer some. Got any tips for composing music? I'm just trying to take tips for my exams coming up this year. Gotta be prepared. I'm not sure. I wish I had better tips. I always just start with the groove. Most of the time I'll end up playing like a 2 thing where I'm like, oh, that's cool. How could I? Then I'll be like, oh, maybe not. So there, put my hand down there. I went. You guys watch me kind of try and find the groove. I got my leg going, something in 3, 4, boom. Want to change up? Let's go to the 2. Missed it there, but you know, there are a lot of times thinking, okay, here's a little bit of rhythmic idea, doing something interesting with the right hand. Can I make those first 2 just sound and feel good? Looper helps sometimes. 3, 4. Add a different tone. Okay, so then we maybe try and add an actual lead line instead of just improv. So let's mess with that. Who knows, right? Who knows? Get lost in the sauce for a minute. There. I don't know how to explain all of that necessarily. I started with a groove thing. I had the B part. I didn't loop the B part. We should have looped the B part. Would have gave a change of context. Then I just aimlessly soloed for a second, which is kind of cool for a second. And if you're posting an intro track for YouTube, that's fine. But if it was a real song, it'd be like, okay, where's like a hook line? You're just playing random garbage. So do that. Then I try and solo it. We tried to do a little harmony with it. So that. Or what? I was playing it on this register. Now, if I was recording that, the producer probably asked me not to do those hits on that lead line with my right hand. He probably asked me to go. Okay, anyways. How do you hybrid pick and does everyone do it? Okay. Whoa, way behind on the comments. As usual, you guys, I'm always behind on the comments. Always behind on the comments. Okay. How do you hybrid pick? Okay, I'll talk about hybrid picking in just a second before I go off on a tangent. Let me read a couple more of those. Regarding improvising with the pentatonic scale, what intervals do you target? And in your practicing, have you memorized their locations? Am I supposed to associate tonality with each interval? Okay, great question also, Mark. I'm going to talk about that. Fender Telecaster, I hardly use it now. I don't want a Fender Strat Relic, but they're expensive. I did want to, yeah, they are expensive. Professional Fender Tele is probably nice, though. Squire 70 Classic vibe, right on. Heck yeah. I can do a little bit of Stairway to Heaven. You're good. Hey, thanks, you guys. Okay, let me answer. APAC Man, I see you got a question. I got a couple more down here. So, North Carolina, what's up? Okay, let me answer a couple of these. So, the hybrid picking in regards to the improvising. So, hybrid picking, yeah, I'm always hybrid picking. Does everyone do it? I don't think everybody does. But I like it. The hybrid picking's great for all kinds of reasons. There's a lot of cool rhythmic ideas, It's not just chicken picking. When you say hybrid picking, most people are thinking. You know, which that's useful. It's good for all that stuff, but it's also great for this. Going. See my right hand a lot when I'm in there, and I'm doing a lot of hybrid picking. Even when I do a line like this, like here's just picked, which I don't normally do. I couldn't even help it there. Normally I come up and play that and I'm doing this. Pick, middle, ring. It also helps me because my right hand just isn't real quick like this. I just can't, that's not clean. So, hybrid picking, how do you do it? I'd start A chord. This is how I teach everybody off the bat. Little A chord, put it on that bridge pick. And I'd go pick, middle, ring, pick, middle, ring. The goal is you're trying to disassociate the pick, thumb and finger from the middle and ring finger. You're going pick, middle, ring, pick, middle, ring, pick, middle, ring, pick, middle, ring. Now a couple keys on that. Make it sound kind of country on palm muting it. There's staccato. But if you're just starting, you just go. So it's useful. Okay, now when you said pentatonics in the intervals, Mark, you're still in here. Yeah, eventually, I always know the intervals I'm playing. Now, I'm not actively, always, constantly thinking about that. Once you know that, and you practice that, and you hit it again, and again, and again, and again, for years, literally, your brain will start to associate knowing that sound with, if I want to go to that major 7 thing to lead to the 5, I always know this sound to me is just ingrained in there. I'm on that 1. Now, if I want to go to that 5 and I hit that major 7, which is the major third of the 5, I know that might be confusing, but my point is, I know that's right here, right below this, and I'm going. Hit the flat 7 of the 5. Walk it down that scale. Minor third, major third, 1 on our route to A. I just know that always. So if I'm going. I know what that lick's going to sound like. I always know 5, 6, 1. I'm going to bend up on that second to the major third. That's that 4, 5. Bend up 1 every time. Now, if I want to play that more minor leaning, I know instead of going 5, 6, 1, I'm going to go 5, flat 7, 1, bend up on the minor third instead of the 2. Now, I know that, but I'm not constantly thinking that. At a certain point, you just know if I'm in this position and I'm hitting these notes, it's going to have more of this feel. That's minor feeling. Now, here's major feeling. Let's go to the 5. So, knowing those feels and the intervals is going to really come into play when you start mixing major and minor, because a lot of what you just heard me do and what gives it a little bit more of that taste, instead of me just going, it's just A minor pentatonic, you know? If I just play A major pentatonic, it's going to be, as soon as you start mixing them, I'm thinking, okay, instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, I'm gonna go 1, 2, minor third, major third, 5, 6, flat 7, 1, flat 7, 6, 5. Kind of hit that 4. Like an A minor pentatonic for a second. So that's gonna come into play when you start mixing these things and these sounds together. Because when you just know, okay, great, and that's great. If you can just play, that's A major pentatonic. But what happens when I'm playing a progression like this, where I'm going, right? So let's do that for a second. So I go 3, 4. So I'm going A to G to D. Now, here's A major, just A major, right? Just turn it down a little bit so you can hear me talk while I play over it. So just A major is gonna work. I'm gonna be going. Great. And if we're jamming together, we're in the same band, you'd come in and you're just thinking A major pentatonic. You're not thinking about mixing them. That's some version of that's what your solo is going to sound like. If you, but as soon as you're done doing that, then when you start mixing it, you can be like, okay, let's hit it a little different. Where I go something where you're mixing it. I meant to go. So my point there is, when you start mixing them, like there, that's flat 7 to 4, you could just play kind of A minor if you wanted and force it over it. You could play a lot of A major, it'll sound really pretty, but there's not as much flavor. As soon as I start going, I'm playing a little bit out of major, I'm playing a little bit out of minor, I'm hitting that flat 7, and because that flat 7's in there, it also leads itself a lot to just blast an A minor pentatonic for a second, if you're tasteful. You know, if I just play A minor pentatonic over that, doesn't sound bad. Just A major. As soon as you mix them, you got just both flavors. Anyway, so I hope that helps. It's going to take time, but you want to know those intervals, and you want to know them really well. And when you start mixing major minor, if we were doing a lesson, I'll be talking a lot about, look, we're looking for the minor third, major third. Minor third, major third. That's what you start. Then you're looking for the natural sixth and the 7. Those are kind of those key points on mixing major and minor. And it dives deeper. You can play hard over the 4 chord. You can play hard over that major 7 chord. You could do some of the Guthrie trap stuff where you're playing. Guthrie loves doing this when I'm playing. So let's see if I can loop this. I'm not even great at this, but Guthrie loves stuff. I go. Okay, so I've got an A7. There's just A, mixing major and minor. What does Guthrie like to do? Guthrie does this thing where he goes a full step down and plays out of a major 7. I had a good lick for it. I can't remember. It's kind of it really is a cool idea. Let's see. Whoops. What's that lick? I can't remember. You gotta lead it back. Anyways, here's my point. There's still stuff I'm working on, but where would we start at with that? The intervals. Learn those intervals. Really important. Way behind on the questions. So, doing really well with the Ionian interval naming. Wonder if you can relate these into the Aeolian intervals quickly in my thoughts while jamming. Do you switch back and forth? Hey, Pac-Man, I don't switch at all. Don't switch at all. Aeonian is just the relative minor. So if you know all the intervals, I mean, this is how I'm thinking about it. Well, there's more than one level to this. This is level 1. C major, right? Now, if we're playing all of a sudden on an A minor. I'm not thinking, okay, now I've got a minor 1. Never thinking that. I'm never thinking that. Never. I'm thinking I'm playing out of 6. And the progression is 6, 5, 4. And nothing changes then. Instead of in my C major scale going, I'm just starting on the 6. Same exact pattern, but we start on the 6. So if I were to start down here and I go C major, right? I'm going to start on the 6. And that leads us to... Just thinking 6. Then all the intervals are the same. So definitely, I would not start thinking, oh, it's minor 1, and then it's 2, and then it's flat 3, and then it's for the birds. You're never gonna... anyone in Nashville, sometimes you'll come across a chart and someone's written it as if it's minor 1. I've never been on a thing where other people are sharing that chart and everyone's not complaining on how stupid is this, not how stupid is this person. Some people don't know and they're brand new, but saying it's the 6. You start on the 6. Start on the 6. I don't need to call this minor 1, you know. Now, there's probably certain styles of music where that does help more to think about it, but all the stuff I'm playing, all that country stuff, all that stuff, it's going to be going 6, 4, 5, 6, or 6, 4, 5, 1, or 6, 1, 4, 5, you know. So if you're starting on the 6, you already know all of it. You already know all of it. The big key to get down is that relative major and minor, and understanding that if you know that C minor scale and you're playing out of A minor, that's the relative minor, you know? And that's for anything. If I'm playing out of B minor, my relative major is D. My home bass, the 1 chord, is D, but I'm starting on the 6. Now sometimes it could be a little different. You might be starting on the 2. There, I'm still thinking 2 chord, you know? I'm not thinking, oh, this is the 6 now. And I know that because it's all about context. It's only that minor 6 chord, depending on what comes and plays after it. Otherwise, when I just play this A minor, it could be anything. It's just an A minor. It's all related to context. So whatever happens before or after that is what's going to determine where that's at. So when I do this, and the first chord someone plays is this, okay, maybe it's in B minor, but then they go, ah, okay, he's going 2, 5, 1. That's what I'm thinking. 2, 5, 1. So that takes a bunch of practice. It takes time. It takes like getting in that situation, not getting it right, and then learning why you didn't get it right. But yeah, just for the basic 6 chord stuff, right? Just slow dancing in a burning room. I don't know if I bent that out of tune or we're actually a little out of tune, but I'm not thinking like minor 1 to, I don't even know how to think of it that way. It's 6, 4, 1 is what it is. And I know right here is my E major pentatonic scale. But instead, we're starting on the 6, which leads us to our C sharp minor pentatonic scale. So it's where you emphasize your phrasing. When you start to solo over that, I'm going to emphasize over this C sharp minor chord, that 6. Because if I play the same thing and I'm emphasizing the 6, it's going to sound more like this. I play the same notes, but I emphasize the 1, all of a sudden it's E major. Go to the 6. Change my emphasis. I emphasize that 6, right? Now let's go to the 2 chord. Let's go to the 3 chord. Right? Up to the 4 chord. Or I meant to go. I emphasize the 5 chord. Now let's go back to 1. Take it back to 1. Emphasize the 1 chord. That's great practice. Sitting and saying, okay, can I emphasize the 1 with no backing track going on? I went up to that 4 chord. Your ear heard it. I took that from 1 to 4 to 5, hung on the 5 for a little while, walked it all the way back down, and I emphasized the 1 back here. You know? So, anyways, that's a ton of stuff, you guys. I mean, that's decades of working on those things. Not decades, but kind of a lot of years working on those things, thinking about those things, and practicing kind of just like that. And, you know, Guthrie Trapp has a lot of good stuff on talking about how he's like, man, I'm playing right here out of the chord shapes. And he really is, right? If you just... Let's go up to A. Let's go to the 5. All day long, here you hear it. There I was just playing arpeggio, C shape, up to E shape, up to the next E shape. Let's go down to the C shape. anyways, a lot of stuff. You got stuff to think about. Tim's random garbage for day. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, DH. I know I said it was random garbage, but Crimp, hey, what's up? Hey, just starting out. And during jamming, when there's a window for soloing, I struggle. Any tips to learning improvised solos? It's easy to sing a solo, but so hard to get it out on the spot. Starting out, not playing covers. Okay, Crimp, if you feel like you could sing a solo, and you could sing something simple, take a second and slow it down. Don't try and do it right on the spot. Sing something, and then try and figure it out on the guitar. Now, sing something that you think is reasonable that you could figure out, but try and sing the line. Immediately, you're not just going to be able to sing the line, and when you've just started, be able to put that straight into your hands. But I'd take it slow. Start doing that to figure out. Now, if you're not playing covers, you don't have to play full covers, but I'd totally recommend learning some licks from some other people. Just licks you like. They could be a 6-second piece of a song, but a lick that maybe goes... Right? Maybe you learn a lick that's literally... Or just a... You know, because that will build up some of your repertoire in your fingers, and then if you can already sing when you go, so let's go. There, I'm more using my voice to latch on when I'm already playing, and I know those licks, and I know what they're going to sound like because it's so ingrained. But I'd slowly start and say, okay, if you can sing it, that's a great place to start saying it. Ba-da-da-da. I can't even sit and go, what did I just sing? And I don't have the context. So I'm going, ba-boo, ba-boo, da-dee-da-boom, da-dee-da-boom, ba-boo-da-dee-da, boom, boom, ba-boo-da-dee-da. So where'd I go? So you're better off than I even am. Tack Ridge, what's up? Sorry, you guys, I'm so behind on all this stuff. Sounds dope, man. I've never been told I could do that. That's mind-blowing. Hey, Mark, absolutely, man. I'm not sure which part you were talking about because I've been talking for so long, but... All right, cheers. What I'm doing. There ain't no pill to learn instantly. Yeah, I know. Sadly, there's not. Using the Boss loop pedal? No, I'm just using the loop pedal that's built into HX Stomp. So helpful, Tim. Look forward to the group jams you're contemplating. Okay, cool, man. I'm glad I got some people interested in that. What's your current setup that you're using right now for that tone? Right now, I'm going, it's in a Sir Bella reverb. Oh, you can kind of see it back here. I'm trying a new camera angle. I think this camera angle is a little more interesting. I got a Bella reverb back right here. It's a Sir amp. It's like a Fender. You could use the same type of, if you just use any Fender amp, fairly clean, you're gonna get that. I've got reverb and a little bit of slapback. So here's no slapback. Whoops. Here's some slapback. It's really light. I'm on these two pickups, and then I also have the Noble's ODR1 turned on, and the drive is just above 1. So it's very light. Look, here's without it. Here's with it. So it's just a little bit. Now if I go to the bridge pickup and hit it hard, it's gonna give some sack, but same thing, we add some order. Who knows what I'm playing there? Okay, who knows what I'm playing there? What is SAG? I'm not sure, to be completely honest. I'm sorry I don't know all these songs you're asking for, Jamie. I'm not the world's best best request player, honestly. And you guys, I'm just about done here, but I'm gonna. Chet Atkins was great soloing. Delirious, absolutely, yeah, just like Tommy Emmanuel, dude. Hey, okay, you guys, I've got to keep editing this video for you guys so I can get it out. I'm about to be on the road the next 3 days in a row. I got bus call tonight at midnight, shipping out to, I don't even know where I'm going, but I got 3 different cities coming up. They're acoustic shows, they're radio shows, which aren't always my favorite, but anyways, so I'm shipping out tonight, but, yeah, you guys. So, hey, thanks so much for watching, subscribing, liking this stream. I can't thank you guys enough. And a huge shout out to you guys that tipped, man. I never come on. I don't ask for the tips. I don't expect anyone to tip. But the tips are a huge deal, man. It really is. So I can't thank you enough. Thank you guys for sending the tips. The tips was great today. And I really appreciate that. Also, it's freezing cold outside, and I turned the heat on a little bit before I started this. And I am freaking hot. I am really hot. So, yeah, hey, thanks, man. Yeah, it's just a 3-day thing tonight. Yeah, honestly, it'll be pretty easy. It'll be fun, but nothing crazy. So, absolutely, you guys. Hey, I love you all. Thanks so much. Until next time, peace.